I never thought ordering an Uber at 2 a.m. would lead to the love of my life. But here I am 2 years later, wearing his ring. It was a Friday night in September. I just pulled a 14-hour shift at the hospital where I worked as a nurse. My feet were killing me. My scrubs smelled like antiseptic, and all I wanted was my bed. My car was in the shop. And of course, the moment I stepped outside, it started pouring. I pulled out my phone to call an Uber, praying I had enough battery to get home. The app showed my driver was 3 minutes away. His name was Marcus, 5-star rating. I didn't think much of it. I just wanted to get home. When the car pulled up, I practically threw myself into the back seat, soaked and exhausted. Rough night? He asked. His voice was warm, genuine, not the forced small talk you usually get. I looked up and caught his eyes in the rearview mirror. Even through my exhaustion, I noticed them. Deep brown, kind, the kind of eyes that actually saw you. You could say that I laughed. 14 hours on my feet will do that to you. Nurse? He asked. How'd you know? The scrubs were a hint. He smiled. But also, my mom was a nurse. I recognized that specific kind of tired. Something about the way he said it made me smile. For the next 20 minutes, we just really talked. He told me about his mom, how she'd worked nights for 30 years. I told him about my shift, the patients I'd helped. When we got to my building, I didn't want the ride to end, which was crazy. I'd never felt that way about a random Uber ride before. Thank you, Marcus, I said, and I meant it for more than just the ride. Anytime, he said. Get some rest. I walked to my door, and just before I went inside, I turned around. He was still there, making sure I got in safely. That's when I knew he was different. I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about him, which was ridiculous. He was my Uber driver. It was literally his job to be nice. But over the next week, I found myself opening the Uber app at weird times, hoping maybe I'd get matched with him again. I felt like a stalker. My best friend Sarah thought I was losing it. You're going to request rides you don't need just to see if you get him. She laughed. Girl, that's either romantic or concerning. I haven't decided which, but I couldn't stop thinking about those kind eyes. That genuine conversation. How safe I felt. Then, exactly 1 week later, another late shift, another rainy night. I called an Uber. My heart nearly stopped when I saw the name. Marcus. 3 minutes away? This time, it wasn't coincidence. This time, I knew it meant something. I got in the car, trying to play it cool, trying not to smile too big. Hey, he said, and I swear I heard something different in his voice. Recognition? Maybe even happiness. Hey, I replied. Fancy meeting you here. Same hospital, same time, same rainy Friday. He laughed, starting to think the universe is trying to tell us something. My stomach flipped. Was he? Was he saying what I thought he was saying? We fell into conversation even easier this time. He told me he was driving Uber part-time while finishing his master's degree in education. He wanted to be a high school history teacher. I told him about why I became a nurse, about the patients who made the hard days worth it. When we got to my building, neither of us moved. The ride was over, but neither of us wanted it to be. This is probably against Uber policy, he said quietly. But would you maybe want to grab coffee sometime when you're not exhausted from a 14-hour shift? I felt my face break into the biggest smile. I would really like that, I said. He handed me a piece of paper with his number, not a business card. Actual paper, like he'd been carrying it, hoping for the chance to give it to me. I've been hoping I'd get matched with you again, he admitted. All week. Me too, I confessed. You have no idea. Our first coffee date turned into a 4-hour conversation. Then dinner, then walks in the park, then late-night phone calls that lasted until sunrise. Marcus was everything I didn't know I was looking for. He was kind without trying, funny without being mean, smart without being condescending. He really saw me the way he did that first night in the rearview mirror. 6 months I met his mom. She hugged me like she'd known me forever and whispered, "He never stops talking about you." A year in, we moved in together, a small apartment in the city where we'd stay up late talking about our dreams, our future, our life together. And 2 months ago, on another rainy Friday night, he took me back to the exact spot where he'd picked me up that first time. I know this is unconventional, he said, getting down on one knee in the rain, meeting your soulmate as your Uber driver. But I knew that first night, I knew you were the one. I just had to wait for the universe to bring you back to me. I said yes before he even finished asking. So here I am, 2 years after that rainy night, planning a wedding with a man I met because my car was in the shop and I needed a ride home. People ask me all the time, wasn't it risky? Wasn't it weird? Dating your Uber driver? And honestly, the best things in life usually come from the moments we don't plan, from the chances we take on a feeling, from saying yes when logic says no. Marcus tells me he'd been driving Uber for 6 months before he met me. Hundreds of rides. Thousands of passengers. But he says he knew the moment I got in his car that I was different. We still joke that I gave him 5 stars that night. But the truth is, he gave me something worth so much more. He gave me a love story I never saw coming. So if you're wondering whether you should take that chance, talk to that person, follow that feeling, do it. You never know when a simple ride home might change your entire life. The universe works in mysterious ways. Sometimes it works through a rideshare app. Have you ever met someone in an unexpected way? Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Cheezy Radio for more real-life love stories, life lessons, and everything in between. New stories every single day. Hit that like button if you believe in unexpected love and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. See you tomorrow.